I am a documentary filmmaker, but I don't watch documentaries at all. Hello everyone, I'm Kylian. I'm doing the Artist Way, and this week was week 4, recovering a sense of integrity. And this was also the week that I quit last time. And I didn't really understand at first what integrity was, but now I do understand. It's having a sense of integrity to yourself, to your creative self. It says this one thing, and I repeatedly wrote it down. In order to have self-expression, one must first have a self to express. To have self-expression, you must first have a self to express. And this week, I had a whole week of reading deprivation, media deprivation, so I had to deprive myself from consuming media. And then it really clicked to me that every single day, like day in, day out, I was consuming a lot of rubbish. I had a lot of dopamine, but really though, what was really like, how you say this? I felt like myself, my identity, was shaped by media, because I feel like we live with, but also through media, and our subjective experiences in our lives, they are very much influenced by different types of media, but also the videos that you consume. So TikTok has a beautiful algorithm, for example, and you can really shape your own algorithm by liking or commenting on videos that you really like. But at some point, you really see so many videos and like, it's just like a fucking machine gun firing at your head, and you shape yourself with it. Like, I feel like you can use social media as a tool to really empower yourself, to build your algorithm, and to surround yourself with things that you aspire. But for me, being a documentary filmmaker, you know, I have to watch documentaries. And this week has also been a week of honest truths. I am a documentary filmmaker, but I don't watch documentaries at all. I am a documentary filmmaker, and I don't watch documentaries. Well, I do watch them sometimes, you know, but I don't like, it feels like I don't respect the art. It feels like, how can you be an artist and not respect the art in a way that you watch it, you refine your taste with it? So this week has been a really eye-opening in terms of like, what is taste? What is my taste? And I don't feel like I have I can tell you what my taste is in terms of documentaries. I was like, yeah, I like this one, but I never remember the name of the movie. And I feel like I need to step up my game. I don't read books either. I need to read books. I used to love reading books as a kid. And also I loved watching films. Closing the curtains during the day and then just watching films, eating chocolate. I used to force myself watching movies too, because I knew I wanted to become a filmmaker and I needed to watch at least 2 or 3 films a day. With social media, I have the feeling like time is slipping by so fast. I feel like watching a film is not productive anymore. I wanted to make video art. I wanted to make video installations, documentaries. I don't want to create a body of work, but I also want to have great taste. And I need to step my game up, for real. Last video already mentioned that I was going through, like, I didn't have any jobs. I used to get jobs all the time by people just mentioning my name, and I was never really networking. I don't have a website, remember, still don't. I actually found 4 different concepts of websites, 4 different styles. But all 4 of them weren't good enough. Never finished them. That's fucked up, right? I love the creative life, don't get me wrong, but I also want to look back at my life for making smart choices. Smart choices for myself, for my family, for my friends, for my art, creative business, for my art business. I really want to amplify voices of those that are living under pressure and find creative ways of building new spaces, of opening up new spaces. And this is also something that I want to look back on, that I've played a part in creating those spaces, fortifying those spaces. This weekend I went to the Stedelijk Museum, to the exhibition of Erben Olaf, was a famous Dutch photographer. It was beautiful. It started with his early work. He studied to be a journalist, but then he was like, no, I want to make photography. And so he's actually self-taught, and he experimented so much, and I can look in his eyes and see the rigor, the taste of like, I want to do this. You know, his whole heart went into it. I saw him experimenting a lot with light and like with his models. And this is something that really inspired me, because I have not been, like, I have a whole Sony FX6. I have a huge, like, I have a really expensive camera, and I'm not experimenting at all. Like, I am experimenting, but I'm not preparing it as much. Like, I'm not doing enough. So really, this exposition really reminded me to do more, and to also do more with others. Because his whole life, like, it really made me so quiet, because it didn't live that long. He had a lung disease. You know, how many years do we have on this earth? Really. So Aaron Olaf really taught me to take care of yourself, take care of others, take care of your art, nurture your art, and experiment. Make ugly shit beautifully. You know, years ago I made these short documentaries for youth work. They are beautiful pieces of art. I want to get back on the field. I want to create more work like that. So, from this week on, I will watch more documentaries. I promised myself to send out letters, to finish the website, and to send out letters to museums, to cultural institutions, to friends, you know, to tell them who I am, what I do. Yeah, and get these assignments, get these clients. I'm really excited. And it's scary sometimes, you know. Sometimes you just don't know, you know, what to do. Being honest with myself, making honest choices. It's a lot of work, but I'm doing it. You know, in order to have self-expression, you have to have a self to express. And dig deep into what that self is and what you have been nurturing that self with. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.